Hi guys, Glenn here from FG Landscaping. Just thought I'd do a quick video today on electric power garden tools compared to gas. So we get a lot of suppliers trying to flog us constantly electric gear, you know, that whether it's push mowers, self-propelled or handheld tools. And we've had a mixed experience with them over the last few years. We did have a range of tools last year that we used for a period of time, and to be quite honest guys, we weren't sold on them. They were quite expensive, you know, the units themselves were quite expensive, 600–700 euro at the time, and then another several hundred euro for the battery. And in which case, you know, we also got backup batteries with them as well at the time. And this was a trial period to see how we got on with them. And the truth is we were not happy with them at all. We used a range of push mowers, different brands, from Toro to Roby and Ego, and we really found that they lacked power. Now guys, I'm simply talking about the lawnmowers here, the self-propelled mowers. We found that they truly did struggle with the higher grass. And we also really got a very short life out of them in terms of the battery. Bear in mind guys, this depends on what work you do. We do large estates, you know. Our smallest garden could be an acre size, our biggest plot, our biggest site could be 100 acres. So we didn't benefit from electric. We found we were getting frustrated, we were getting annoyed because equipment was dying on us halfway through a job, and some equipment simply could not do the job. As I said, the particular push mowers we had, and these were expensive push mowers guys. These were not cheap stuff, these were expensive stuff for people to buy. We just found that they did not compare to some of the push mowers that we use, which the push mowers that we do use a lot are the Hondas, and the HRN's 536, and we use the 537s as well, which are amazing mowers, the HRX 537s. So we did not find a comparable electric mower that could replace that at all. And I don't know how far we are away ultimately from being able to find a competitor that can match that power. I don't think you can guys. I think electric does have its benefits, and the few things that I'll say, like anyone will tell you already, that, you know, the noise is great. Okay, they're silent, it's great on the ears, you don't need to have your earplugs on. That is obviously a great benefit, and a lot of clients love that piece. But you know, again, you do sacrifice other things. Service and maintenance is obviously great on them. There is no moving parts, so you don't have any issues with engines, carburetors. Everything it's a lot more straightforward. So that is, of course, you have your zero emissions, which everyone plugs, you know. So obviously then if you're looking at your hand tools guys, they are generally lighter than your fossil fuel equivalent. But cons guys, really the cons for us we felt were greatly more overwhelming than the positives, and that's the truth. As I said, we found the cost of them was quite expensive. For the initial upfront cost, we found that to be quite expensive, compared to when we buy, let's say, an expensive push mower. We could have that mower for several years. I did not think any of the electric equipment that we use would have lasted at all that time frame. I don't know if it would have honestly lasted beyond 2 or 3 seasons. I would say 2 seasons was the max. So, and also guys, as I said to you at the start of the video, we felt that they lacked power, you know. Like we do a lot of big hedge work, and don't get me wrong you guys, stuff on the market now is a lot more improved and is a lot better, and you know, potentially the stuff now is of a similar or comparable power level. But certainly last year when we were using some of the Husqvarnas, we just did not notice the big difference in power or lack of power. And as I said, the biggest issue guys was the limited usage, you know. It would run out of battery, you know, the 2 or 3 that we were using at the time would just run out of battery so quickly from continuous use, because we could be several hours on a job of continuous use, you know. And like, I think a lot of people also mistake this or misread it when they give an estimate, you know, minute duration of these machines guys. They're generally running at optimal conditions or less power, etc., you know. a lot of people that use leaf blowers or any handheld tools, they're generally run at 100% capacity all the time, every day. And that's where the real world usage in electric is really different compared to that of its engine equivalent. And as I said, we weren't getting much longer than an hour in some cases out of some of the equipment we were using. That was a big issue, guys. So another thing which I don't know about you, but as a garden business, we trade in our equipment. We generally recycle and we drop back and get newer equipment. Unfortunately, like, you know, buying your electric car, after the first year or so, the value of it can be a lot less than half. And we really found with the electric equipment that when we would try and do that trade in, we lost so much money on them compared to the gas equivalent. And that for us, because we are trading in equipment in several thousand euros worth, that was a huge loss for us for upgrading our machines. So it really was not viable at all for us to you know, try and go down the electric route. And as I said, we cut big sites, we manage a lot of sites that are huge. The scale of using electric equipment unfortunately just does not work for us at this minute in time. Again, you know, that could change. So what's the conclusion or the summary of all this? To be honest, guys, my opinion is I'm not particularly sold on them. You know, I'm happy if somebody, a brand, if they don't want to contact me and send me over their equipment, I'll happily check it and review it, and I'll give an honest review, and I will tell honestly the people, you watching, if it is worth your money. But at the minute I haven't been particularly convinced, particularly as I said, you mentioned those things with regarding resale value, real-time usage, and you know, needing that backup batteries constantly everywhere you go, the cost initially compared to really how long you're going to have the product for. As I said, we could buy a very expensive push mower, but that could last years, you know, compared to how long your electric equivalent would last, which would be a lot less. And they are just, as I said, another big thing was they're often less powerful as well, particularly on the lawnmowers, what we found anyway. And guys, I'm not looking at, as well, I just want to bring you down, I'm not looking at the really expensive high-end zero turns ride-ons that you can get. A lot of these machines, guys, cost the equivalent of your car, you know. So I don't think there's any point in comparing these. I think it's like apples and oranges, you know. For the everyday person, they're not spending anywhere near that money on them. They're just going out to buy their handheld tool or maybe their push mower. But I don't know, guys, if long-term usage of it is going to be as good as your gas equivalent. So I would say if you are a homeowner and you know, you do the odd little bit of work, light bit of hedge work, and even your garden, it's not particularly ever overgrown, it's always in good shape, then you'll probably be perfectly fine with your electric lawnmower or your electric blower or hedge cutter, etc. However, if you are a big garden business and you do cut many sites every week, and you are, you know, 7 days a week out, many hours a day out, cutting gardens, cutting hedges, trimming beds, blowing leaves, especially in the thick of winter where you have sometimes, you know, thousands of litres of leaves on a lawn. As I said, some of the plots we do were huge. I don't know, guys, if electric is worth your money and worth your investment ultimately. I think we're better off holding out until something different comes to the market. I don't know, guys, if electric is really ultimately the way to go. I know people say yes, zero emissions, but we do understand the lithium mining of those batteries is quite a contentious issue. So again, we don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I know over here, particularly in Ireland, the electric market, particularly in cars, is completely slumped due to a lot of resale value on cars and just a lack of enthusiasm and the cost, of course. You know, I know a lot of the other manufacturers, car manufacturers, are looking at other sources of alternative engines other than electric. So that could be something going forward, which may end up dripping down into the gardening world, you know. So anyway, guys, please let me know your opinion. I'd be very interested in knowing your experience with electric tools and what in particular you've used, so I can get a good idea. As I said, I'm open for change, and if a supplier or brand seen this video and somehow wanted to send me over their products, I'd be happy, willing and able to accept that, to give an honest review. But anyway guys, please comment and like and do share, and do let me know your thoughts on your use and your and in the time what you've used electric wise, and if it was good. I'd be happy to hear that story. Please like, subscribe guys, and join the channel. I want to thank you all for those that have subscribed up to now. It's great. At least we have some you know, some reward for the videos and effort we're putting in. Hopefully guys, in the next few weeks and months though, we can change the scale of these videos and get them, but at the minute it's just me trying to fit them in along with running the business we have. So I do try and fit these in each day. They're recorded on the same day and uploaded on the same day guys, so there's no you know, a week behind here. This is Monday here in Ireland and it's being uploaded on the Monday. So anyway guys, I want to thank you all, and I'll see you all very soon on the other side. Bye bye.